Curtis Selby's time, breaking down the stories every view will unwind. From left to right, we'll see the light. It's balance we're chasing, no fighters fight. Curtis Selby's talking straight. Let's hear both sides, let's communicate. Politics and reason, let's find the truth. Curtis Selby's here to bridge it for you. Debates, insights, it's all on the screen. Curtis Selby, keeping it keen. Hit subscribe, stay a while, let's dive in deep with Curtis Selby. The combos you need. The combos you need. Dave's out with the cheerful whistle and guitar riff. Debates, insights, it's all on the screen. Curtis Selby, keeping it keen. Hit subscribe, stay a while, let's dive in deep with Curtis Selby. The convo's unique. Curtis Selby, talking it straight. Let's hear both sides, let's communicate. Politics and reason, let's find the truth. Curtis Selby's here to bridge it for you. Debates, insights, it's all on the screen. Curtis Selby, keeping it keen. Hit subscribe, stay a while, let's dive in deep with Curtis Selby. The combos you need. The combos you need. The combos you need.
Thank you very much. This is I, Curtis Selby, your tired midnight blogger, while blogs in this case at 9:02 p.m. Today, because it is November the 5th, remember the 5th of November, we're going to do what is my second annual watch party of V for Vendetta. I'll go ahead and start with the usual stuff. Please like, share, subscribe. If you have not done so and feel the desire to do so, please become a member. I'm trying to do better, I promise. And we have a survey up. Do we live under tyranny? 50% of you say yes. 25% of you say yes, but because of the opposite party, whatever that party might be, 25% of you say, I like turtles. Nobody is voting no thus far in the poll. I'm going to start by saying hello to the people in the chat. Not many here, but that's, to be expected when I'm not been very consistent. And we start off with John Potterero sending a $4.99 super sticker of the Dancing Pear. God bless you. You are so generous. Thank you so much, John. I love the Dancing Pear. Speaking of generous, we have a Counting Sheep saying ahoy. I hope you are doing well. And I pray nearly every day for you and John and this gentleman who designed my intro music and is kind enough to invite me on for his panels. That is Gorilla's Random Thoughts. Kapla, glory to you and your house. All right, let's go ahead and let the music subside. Let's see. I believe y'all know where the Cosmi is. I only see two of you. I only see a Counting Sheep and John in there right now. So I'll give you a few more, maybe a minute or two, John already starting off with the amazing meme. Remember, the 5th of November. Man, and I got to tell you, I used to want to be part of Anonymous. Now I just like to run around in a Guy Fawkes mask and act cryptic. I think that would be great. All right, people saying hello, hello, hello again. I am thinking tomorrow. You guys let me know what might be a good time for you of doing a watch party of Moonlight, since it has been roughly a week since I've done that show, and I basically have come to realize I need to finish at least some of these shows, even if they're not getting lots of views. I'm making a commitment that I should finish them up and let you guys see them. So tomorrow I'm going to do a watch party of Moonlight. Let me know in the chat what would be a good time for you, and I'll try to get it as close for everybody as I can. All right. Got 3 people in here now. So, oh, and we have DJ Play Nice. Fox rocks. Right on, and Gorillas is heading home. He's 9.5675 miles from home. So maybe let's give it a few more minutes so Gorillas can at least have a chance to catch most of the movie. Salute and thanks for hosting. You are welcome, DJ Play Nice. Before 7 is best for Gorillas. Yeah, that's right. You'll probably doing. It's not. Is it the Waltons you do on Thursday? I always get it mixed up because I can't keep nothing straight. But all right. So before 7, which makes sense. So possibly 6 o'clock. Okay. Going to write down. Good Lord, I'm writing down all these good ideas for watch parties. Moonlight before 6. Or before 7, anyway. 7 p.m. Okay. Twilly. Up and share out the live. Indeed. Twilight Zone. You're doing Twilight Zone tomorrow. Okay. Very good. Very good. So right now it looks like John Pontera says I work till 5 p.m. EST and then home the rest of the night. So I want to say that's, I think 6. Is that 4 or 6 p.m. Central? Let me check here. 6 p.m. Central to Eastern. Yeah, I know. I want to convert it now. So it would be 7. So, okay. So how does 6:30 sound? And that should mean that one of you can get home and the other one it's before your stream. So 6:30 p.m. and then we'll see what other people say. I'll try to make it work for as many of you as I can. So let us see here. We have John Pontero is sharing a moonlighting meme. That's fantastic. All righty. Who else? We got more people coming in. PJ, did you play a nice kiss the ground? Want to swing through? Say hey and thumbs up the stream. Enjoy the show. Will do. And hail again to thee, Connie Cleary. Welcome, welcome. Glad to see you. I enjoyed the carry on comedy that you did with all the tents and stuff. It was so fun. Chat, be safe, have fun, take care of your crew, and rock. DJ Play Nice. So John is saying 4 p.m. So anytime after 4 p.m. Okay, between 4 p.m. and 7 p.m. should be good. So right now I'm thinking 6:30. But again, let me know in the chat anybody who wants to watch the watch party of Moonlight the vampire show Moonlight. Let me know what times are best for you, and I will do my best. But right now it's looking like 6:30. All right. We've got 4 people here in the chat. We are in the Cosmi. We got Accounting Sheep. We've got John Ponerero. We've got Connie. We have the anonymous squirrel, who I'm guessing is maybe gorillas. I don't know. But I will begin the movie after I finish this shot of bourbon. Mm. Mm, mm, mm. Damn, that's good. And that's the only shot I'm going to take till the end of the movie. All right, we start the movie in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and begin. This is one of my favorite movies. Let me know how the sound is for you guys. Good one, John. Squirrel! Another great meme. People should not be afraid of their governments. Governments should be afraid of their people. Okay, counting sheep says sound is okay. And he had a cool beard. Vive la revolution! Sorry, I couldn't resist. The Kamala Harris mask. None of this is hitting home at all. With Anthony Fauci. Yeah, I get counting sheep. I kind of like this guy too. It's kind of a weird mirror image. It's like, on some ways, this movie is so spot on, and in some ways, it is the mirror opposite of the way things actually went. Like, it America arguably is in better shape than Britain as opposed to this. But I think we came frighteningly close. I think we came frighteningly close to something that was a bipolar opposite, and yet frighteningly similar to this. I have the comic book. I need to read it someday. I bought it last year. Accuse the enemy of what you're guilty of yourself, the Democrats. I want to play this character in D&D so bad. Like a crazy person. Of course you are. He did all of this acting through that mask. It's incredible. Yeah, the cinematography is amazing. Crank her up. Okay. There it is now up as high as it goes. Not anymore. He's freaking crazy. Yes. If only Biden had been cognizant, we could have had this. Tell the public we just blew it up ourselves so we could build up a new ballroom. The only real brains in the whole group. Muslims prevail. Oh, I said that out loud. I'm sorry. This is the CNN. That's the government's job. Yes. Oh, he's just getting started, all right. Why do I feel like Bruce Willis should be in this room? We're gonna get you and your boyfriend Anakin too. Laser Lass. That would be a great show. I bet it's better than Disney. How much you want to bet? You know, come to think of it, this world may be less tyrannical than ours. Dun dun dun. Drama. Yes, this part really does pique one's interest, gorillas. Welcome, welcome. All you've missed is the original part where he blows up the Bailey. Are they even able to make a movie like this anymore? Break it down. Gorillas, you have seen this before, haven't you? You've not seen this before? Oh, oh, okay, okay, okay. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Since Gorillas has not seen this before, I'm backing it all the way to the beginning. I hope you guys will be patient with me here. You need to see this, Gorillas. You need to see it from the beginning. Okay, 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 okay. I won't back it up again for anybody except for like maybe Natalie Portman. But dude, yeah, you got to see this from the beginning. This is one of my favorite movies. If I were more unhinged, this would have inspired me to do really weird stuff. Oh, you were here on the whole time it was on. Okay, 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 okay. Never mind. There. That's I think that's where we were at, close to it. Oh, you were the one that said crank it up. Got it, got it, got it. Clear the halls with clouds of gunfire. He's not wrong. Sound familiar? God, I would love to do this. I'm not going to. Shout out to the NSA agent monitoring this stream. I don't have the resources. I don't have the balls. And I wouldn't want to blow up innocent people, but taking over this studio and giving a speech out about 3 minutes, 28 seconds. Got to be pretty easy to track down the guy who ordered 100 of those masks off of Amazon. Yeah, exactly. In some ways, we really are more tyrannical. In some ways. Well, you weren't raping any 14-year-old girls, so we saw your tweet. Yeah, it was so hateful. No, he's not. They're gaslighting so much. The CEO of Exxon is slogging all over the place, right? If I could live the way I wished, this would probably be my house. At least as far as the books go. Splooging. I'm still waiting to see the horrible tyranny he's supposed to be fighting against, unless it was the white guy on TV talking about sexual depravity. I think, like I say, in some ways, this fictional tyranny is not as bad as what we're living in, and in some ways, it is worse. In some ways, it's more overt. It's more they don't have any semblance of a democracy or a republic. It's simply a tyranny. It's um it's almost like it's like the vision of what this is the vision, I think, of what the left thinks that the right wants to be like. And sadly, probably there are some right wingers that want to be like this, but I think most of us have no desire for anything like this. I think most of us want freedom and liberty, and for people not to be afraid of their governments, but governments to be at least concerned for their people. I want them crapping their pants thinking, "Oh, crap, I'm around the corner." Yes. I kinda do want that sometimes. I don't have it in me to do it, but he is an amazing cook, but he has some very bad eczema. I like his taste in music, though. I love his taste in art, too. I wish I could cook like that. Ah, love 12th Night. Oh, hey, PvP is here. Just finished work. Got to run an errand. We'll join later. Should see the last half. That's great. Counting sheep, too unreliable for watch parties of a TV series. I understand that. Connie does like this movie. Gorillas is home now. Don't rewind. I was there the whole time. And Real Way Nation gaming clips. I just got Doom 1 and Doom 2, and he is in love with it. Welcome, welcome. Good meme, John. So, like, this is an evil, ultra right wing Rush Limbaugh from Britain. Right, row. Accounting sheep has still got no problem with the guy on TV. Like I say, some of this is projection. Actual footage of the tired blogger watching TV. Good meme, John. I love the Count of Monte Cristo. I haven't seen this version of it though, but I love the Count of Monte Cristo. Yeah. See, we were so eager to watch this in the early 2000s and think that it was possible that big pharma could do despicable things like this. And now big pharma has done despicable things like this. And now, no, you're just crazy if you believe it to be so. Especially by accounting sheet. And what is the difference between justice and revenge? And there's not. Evidently, there's no court for people like Anthony Fauci. I'm not suggesting anything because I don't have the balls to suggest it. If I was going to suggest it, I'd just do it, but I don't have the balls to do it. So, Looking at the poll, do we live under a tyranny? 50% say yes, 20% say no, 10% say yes, but because of the opposite party, 20% say I like turtles. And I will have my vengeance in this life or the next. John Potterero from a meme of Gladiator. Books. Doctor, 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 doctor. Holy crap! Doctor, doctor, give me the news. I got a bad case of hating you. Yeah, even the church is involved. Yes, yes, accounting sheep. Wait, so now sexual depravity is a bad thing again? An anonymous rhino is saying yay. I'm not sure. Is that you, Real Wade with Nation Gaming? Yes, accounting sheep. I thought it was just us fascists that had a problem with it. I'm so confused. No, you got to understand. It's bad when we say it's bad, and it's good when we ourselves do it, or when people we vote for do it. Oh, wait. Accounting sheep is having an idea. That was bad because he's straight. Yeah, now you've got it. If he'd been diddling little boys, then it would be okay. Straight white man equals bad. I get it now. Yes. Yes, accounting sheep. And also Christian. More bad. You're not wrong. As much as I love this movie, there is at least a certain degree of that in here. Never thought modern Britain would actually become this. Oh, I bet that we have PvP in the house. Yeah, modern Britain is basically fallen. I honestly would say that it would might be better if it was like this. At least they had a nice Rush Limbaugh character, and they have booze. Welcome, welcome, PvP, as we watch V for Vendetta. And yes, counting sheep, this is where you learn that a gay man, of course, is the virtuous person. And it would have bothered me 30 years ago. Now I don't really care. PvP, I wonder, is saying if the UK is heading towards an insurrection, folks can only take so much. If I were a billionaire, I would be sending out Guy Fawkes masks to all British citizens as we speak. Anonymous PvP, did you see the video of the guy that stabbed 11 people on a train before the cops got him? No, I haven't. Before the iPhone. Accounting sheep, more accurately, the heroes here are a gay atheist and a Jewish woman, just in case you weren't clear on straight white Christian male equals bad. Not wrong. I still love the movie, but you're not wrong. Honestly, there is one good white male. I don't know what his sexuality or his religion is, but there is one good white male in this film. PvP, one of the comments said the British police are too busy arresting grandmothers for internet tweets to go after real criminals. Correct. Correct. And great meme, John. Great meme. PvP, that comment made me laugh. It was too accurate. PvP budget released here yesterday, $78 billion deficit. Counting sheep. Yes, you can tell they're British. They don't fight back. Evie fought back. And yes, PvP, his acting through that mask is amazing. Counting sheep if you're dead anyway. Claw his eyes out. Jeez. PvP just as bad. A conservative member crossed the floor to join the liberals, moving them closer to a majority. I'm so sorry, PvP. Hail, Tim. Welcome, welcome. Remember, the 5th of November. PvP, his constituents voted for him as a conservative. Instead of representing them as they wanted him to, he betrayed them. It's only about him. Yeah, that has happened several times in the United States. He'll make a great liberal, no ethics. And woo, I'm guessing this to be Charlotte Nightstar the werewolf. It is indeed Agent Charlotte Nightstar. Howdy, howdy. He's as good a cook as V. No good meme, Tim. Bah. Epidemic. 80,000 dead. So actually much more serious than the pandemic was in real life, in spite of the way people had it described. Too much of this has become reality in the last decade. I think you are correct, PvP. I'm doing okay, Charlotte. I'm doing well. Life is chaotic, but it is well. It is well. PvP 20 years ago it was sci-fi, now it's real life. It really wasn't. It was a bat. It was a bat in Wuhan. That's what it was. I am now kind of surprised they didn't try to blame COVID on religious extremists. Tim, your comment is cryptic and I hope inaccurate, but I'm scared it might be. Well, honestly, COVID did kill more than 100,000, just not all at once. We're seeing a 12% increase in Republican popularity. The war doctor is pissed. Tim, accounting sheep, 80,000 dead. Pfft, that's nothing. The media says we got at least twice that on January 6th. Not wrong. Gorilla's random thoughts. That 100,000 was with COVID. I've seen accident victims die from COVID. PvP folks still speculate the virus was created in a laboratory somewhere. And Tim, John Hurt the Doctor. Ah, Charlotte is saying that you have a good point there, Gorilla. Rest in peace, John Hurt. Yes. PvP, if you include liberal voters as brain dead, you could increase the number by millions. Charlotte is laughing her tail off and saying that that's brutal but true. See, and this is one thing that I think this show does get right. Like, I support Trump, but I can still laugh at him. I should still be allowed to laugh at him. What gets me about my liberal friends is they cannot laugh at Biden. PvP, bread, and circuses. Interesting meme, Tim. Shiny teeth. Yes, Tim. And good night, Charlotte. I hope you have a good night. Did anyone realize that Dick Cheney died? I didn't know that. When did he pass away? So Dick Cheney died yesterday. Was there a red rose by him? PvP I got into with someone on Spidey's stream last night. He started going on about how great Carney was. Good lord. Sutler. PvP is saying, he said, because Carney looks physically fit, he'll be a great leader. That is some pretty shallow thinking on the part of that commentator, I think. I mean, that's like saying that oh, Tim King Charles III is pissed about what? This to me is the hardest part of the film. The queen is dead. Long live the king. Oh gosh. Uneasy lies the head that wears the crown. King Charles III. Wow. PvP, I almost told him FDR did pretty well in a wheelchair for 3 terms. You can't educate some folks. No, you're not wrong. I don't know. I don't know if you should have spoke to him or not. I no longer know. Part of me wants to at least debate these people, but part of me wonders if they're just lost causes. Tim Peugeot Smith played him. Ah, okay. Interesting, Tim. Interesting. I didn't know anything about it. For those of you who haven't watched this film, I'm curious what you will think of this section. PvP, he was saying such stupid crap, I had to counter him. Accounting sheep. I absolutely hate Natalie Portman. So, gorillas, I got a woman threaten me and call me mega scum. I told her if she hates us so much, move. May I suggest Saudi Arabia or North Korea? Right on. Well, no, we're the ones that are supposed to move. Tim, Stephen Ray was in the Crying Game. PvP, I'm guessing she wasn't born in the US. It's sad to me how many people are born in the US who don't know they're in the one of the best places in the world. I don't mean to sound like a jingoist. I'm not saying other places aren't great, but Tim replies to PvP, the USA, while it has its issues, is better than a lot of countries. I would suggest better than nearly any country. I know other countries, there's countries that have maybe higher education rates or this or that, but I honestly think that when you combine it all, the ability to be safe, the economy, the actual liberty, our system of government, I think we are at least very close to the greatest country that's ever been. PvP, I've read somewhere liberals in 10 years have increased our population by 36%. And I'm assuming you mean by illegal means, by illegal aliens. PvP, I agree. If I was younger, I would apply for immigrant status. I understand. I wish you could, and I know it's tough. I wish I had the answer. Sometimes I'm scared that the answer is something like this, and if it is, I'm afraid I don't have the balls for it. PvP, I don't know how many are illegal. That's too many. Yeah, no, 30% increase by immigration. I'm sorry. That's what happened to the Native Americans. Bunch of white people came over and killed them all. Was that wrong? Yes. Do I want it happening to me and my children? No. I think you would have to be insane to just, oh, well, we can allow it to happen. That's the rose that went extinct. I have no idea if it's an actual breed of rose or not. PvP, our healthcare is strained as other social services. That is as it was planned. Tim, they, the liberals, want to get power by any means necessary. PvP immigrants increase the burden. And I can't remember what the principle is called. I'll have to look it up. Hold on a second. Um, Grog. The Cloward Piven strategy was what it was called. I would suggest that you copy that term, put it in Grok, and see what you can find out if you don't already know about it. Tim, I agree with you on this one. I don't mind the immigration. It's the illegal part I have issues with. If you come here illegally, you need to be sent back. Get back in line. PvP, I've read the globalist liberals want to increase Canada's population to 100 million by 2050, which is absolute madness. Controlled immigration is one thing. This is not controlled. PvP's mother was born in Britain, so I'm not against immigration. All right. Those of you who haven't seen this, what are your thoughts at this juncture? Dang nabbit. Yes, so PvP has looked at that strategy. It's nightmarish. I agree, and I think it's exactly what has been going on. I don't think it was just restricted to the 60s. I think certain elements, I think the Clintons, I think Obama, I think maybe not necessarily Biden, but whoever the hell his handlers were, I think that has been their strategy all along, not just in America, but in Canada, across Western Europe, in many other parts of the world. Any country that they think is not willing to bow to the globalist agenda, that strategy has been used to try to undermine and destroy that nation. The liberal lovers have no idea it exists. I don't think they do. Or if they do, they think it's just a conspiracy theory. Okay, so what do you guys think? Those of you who haven't watched this, Gorillas, what do you think? PvP, even if I gave them a copy, the liberals would say conspiracy. Do you like the film PvP? I do too. PvP, it's slower paced than I remember, but still interesting. Yes, PvP. I find his performance in that mask amazing. Accounting sheep, you tortured me just like I've tortured audiences with my terrible overacting. I I am curious indeed what you think. Accounting sheep. I have a lot of mixed feelings about this section of the film. On one hand, I love it. I find it profound because I know maybe I'm going a little too far by saying this, but I know what it's like to go through hell. And I know what it's like to have that calm feeling of if you're going to kill me, just do it. But at the same time, in my heart, I'm like, V, you bastard. That's not the way to bring this about. PvP is saying Carney will cut 40,000 civil service jobs over the next 4 years. I'm not against trimming deadwood, but still, services to Canadians will be reduced or eliminated. Well, look who's doing it here. Look who's keeping people from having their food stamps and things. The funny thing is, even though the Democrats lost and lost so much, they're still the ones holding us hostage because they're willing to be ruthless. PvP, there's talk about reducing pensions too for seniors with higher outside income. Yep. Counting sheep, it's like half the plot is missing, so this guy just comes across as a lunatic. Yeah, I want to read the comic someday, see what is missing from it. I hate to admit it, but to me, it would actually be better if she was captured and tortured and then he rescued her. That's how I would have written it myself, but it is what it is. PvP, they better not F with my pension. I'm just scraping by as it is. I understand. PvP, Carney would be making a big mistake if he hurt seniors. Seniors are the demographic that votes most for liberals, but he doesn't need your votes. If he can bring in millions of illegal aliens to vote for him. Like counting sheep, I didn't mind when you killed all those people, but you really crossed the line by shaving my head, you monster. You've got it, accounting sheep. You've got it. Yep. PvP seniors could be very vocal. Having police attack seniors protest could be a tipping point. Lies, 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 lies. Uh, PvP, I didn't realize CBC News was in this film. Memoriam to the victims of the St. Mary's, their version of the COVID virus, only possibly more deadly. Of course, he's conservative. He's Trump. Just can't be that any liberal would ever act like this. Yeah, exactly. Trump would be a liberal, and he is a liberal. That's what baffles me. He's a classical liberal. Fueled by the media. And who controls the media? 'Cause it ain't the conservatives. Yes, PvP. This is so close to reality, it's disturbing. It's like I say, it's kind of a weird, paradoxical mirror, but it's it's very close to what I think has actually happened. CBC, $1.5 billion tax dollars a year. Carney will increase their funding by 150 million. He has to keep the propaganda machine well oiled. Correct. Why do you think so much USAID money was going to the AP and the uh, whatchamacallit, the PBS, and frankly to the BBC? PvP thing is, CBC still has advertising. They should sink or swim on that. I agree. I used to would have argued the point, but now any government funded news needs to be centrist, and it's not. And therefore it doesn't deserve any government funding. Edmond Dantes. Someday I want to do a watch party of Gerard Depardieu's version of the Count of Monte Cristo. PvP, the liberal government keeps funding them as their reporters have their paychecks signed by the government. They are paid shills. So who was that told the story? Yes. She looks like that little girl from that music video in the bee outfit. This scene is totally artistic and symbolic, but it's beautiful. And I can't really believe that he's got so many resources, but it's fiction. Much less V in this than PvP remembers. Yeah, I find it hard to believe he could do that. PvP, if the government creates and intentionally grows chaos, eventually they will lose control of it and it will bite them. I think that's true. I think eventually all this stuff will bite them. I don't think it will end as organized as it did here in this film. That's what worries me. Like, shoot Charlie Kirk. They're trying to distract us now by shutting down the government. PvP. Only trouble is millions of honest citizens will suffer first for years. There's a long black train coming down the line. And PvP also makes a good point here. Yet the election yesterday on Gorilla Stream show, Manny never learned. Oh yes, PvP. You missed the scene with V cooking in the apron. It was it was an interesting. It was a. I don't know if I would say hilarious, but it definitely had some humor in it. You are the dancing queen, young and sweet, only 17. And what is the point of a revolution without dancing? I ask you, this is the way they see Trump. Do you really see something like that in Trump? This is not Phantom of the Opera. PvP, every description the left has said about Trump is so far off, it's ridiculous. And I've come to find that to be true. Either that or I am so badly deceived that I must be mad myself. And no, he's not about to give her his Willie. I know that's what some of you were thinking. PvP, they call Trump a baby that throws tantrums. And no, I've never seen it either. I've seen some AI generated tantrums that were posted as if they were real and were reported as real by left wing media. I've seen him say some really crazy, stupid crap, but I've never seen him actually have a tantrum. Turns out that V is into trains. Ooh, Manny Big Booms. PvP, Trump's got many trade deals done this past year. He sure has. Whether you love him or hate him, he's made a lot of trade deals. And if you want to argue they're bad, well, I guess I'm willing to listen, but I have very little patience for it. Carney has 0 trade deals. after the accident that he had, he actually probably can't. Accounting sheep, the Supreme Court is about to strike down the tariffs so they can make those trade deals disappear and pretend Trump hasn't accomplished anything. But it's not a conspiracy, right? Is the Supreme Court about to strike down the tariffs? Do we know that? The courts should be accountable for their decisions. So you've heard the same thing, PvP? Yeah, PvP. Did you hear that that the Supreme Court was going to take down Trump's tariffs? Counting sheep, the left wing media says that's the direction the court is leaning. But you know how that works, truth or fantasy, who knows? Okay. And PvP has read about it, yes. Death to dictators, yes. Indeed, defiant to the end. Yeah, good meme, accounting sheep. Oh, crap. He's still standing. Yeah, it's a great fight scene. I know it's unrealistic, but oh my god, I love it. He got all but Settler. And here's the quote. One, he has hellacious body armor, but two, he's got some degree of invulnerability. It's maybe not quite enough to survive all that, but it was long enough. I don't know. I want to believe PvP. I don't know if it's true, but I want to believe that it's hard to kill ideas. I don't know. Dan Aykroyd. Hey, Kevin Theme Park Adventure. Howdy, howdy. How am I doing? I'm doing very well. I'm definitely doing better than the protagonist of this story. PvP is saying that's why they've been dumbing down the population for 35 years. PvP, eventually the liars begin to eat each other. I think Natalie Portman had two great roles, and this was one of them. Other than these two, Natalie Portman kind of makes me sad. PvP, I was at art college in 1990. I noticed mainstream news was getting more shallow. Yeah, that was the time I was starting to listen to Rush Limbaugh. And do not get me wrong, I probably took my faith in Rush Limbaugh too far. Yes, Accounting Sheep, as disturbing as that movie kind of is, that's my other favorite role of hers. But Rush Limbaugh may have been wrong about many things, but one thing he was 100% right about was that the left wing media is a tool of the government, of the Democratic Party, and lies to us. PvP, that movie is The Professional. And I'm going to write it down as one of the watch parties I want to do. Well, yeah, she's hot, but she's also like way too young. So it's kind of a disturbing. It's kind of disturbing in the same way Kick Ass is. Yeah, I love this ending too. There's things I would change in this movie, but other than the torture scene, really not much. And the ending, no, I wouldn't change a thing. And I wonder, I don't know. I don't I don't know if an uprising is needed, but it does seem like something needs to happen. Something that actually changes the way things are done. And there he is, the one good white man. Again, no idea of his religion, no idea of his sexuality, but Mr. Finch is the one good white man in this movie. PvP, I think things might break in a few years. I'm surprised things didn't break a long time ago. The intent was to break us, and somehow we didn't break. PvP says Charlie's demise pushed it closer to the end. It did, but again, I think that's why the Democrats have chosen to shut down the government. They know, like you say, PvP, we can see a cliff ahead, and we're trying to slam on the brakes of this stupid ride. Hey, oh, all the dead people are pulling off their masks. All right, that was V for Vendetta. PvP is asking, do you think the Democrats will make friends or enemies shutting things down? I think they don't care anymore to make friends. And it is a perfect song for this, but they obviously don't care about making friends or they wouldn't be doing this. They would reach across the aisle. They would try to find ways to compromise. Street fighting man, yep. And John Ponterero, great meme there. I wish someone like deleted scenes or Big Al or Troy was here. I'd love to hear somebody give their rating. To me, this is very nearly a 10. I can't quite give it a 10 because of the torture scene, but it's so close. Accounting sheep people are stupid and believe the media blaming Trump. PvP voters yesterday seemed okay with shutting things down. But I wonder if that's possible. And anyway, she is not one of my heroes. I'm okay with these guys thinking she's great, but humbly disagree. I've learned that I can totally agree with someone's central point and fairly vociferously disagree with some of their supporting uh, rhetoric, shall we say. I'm glad that you enjoyed it, John. What are your thoughts on it? What did you like? What did you dislike? I'm an ex-lit major. I actually like to talk about this kind of stuff. I'd be very curious what gorillas thought. I have some idea of what accounting sheep thinks, but I would love to know more. Did you love it? Did you hate it? What parts did you love? What parts did you hate? PvP says he can have a discussion if a person will listen to the points that I make, and some folks won't. What was that song you guys introduced me to recently? The Priests of what was it? That's what I feel like really needs to be playing. John Pomerero gives it a 9.5. Had a good beat and was easy to dance to. Yeah, I think I give it a 9.9. I can't quite give it a 10 only because of the torture thing. I agree with accounting sheep that him torturing her is inconsistent with the character, inconsistent with what a good person would do. I'm able to forgive that flaw, but I have to wrestle with my conscience a little bit to forgive it. I get what they're going at. I do. She has to go through hell. She has to come through the other side, and then she learns how to live without fear. I get that. But V being the one to torture her is, to me, just kind of insanity. Some of the liberal hive mind is mixed up in this. And I can forgive it because it hadn't consumed the whole thing yet. It hadn't consumed the whole culture. It hadn't gone to the insane extremes we have now. PvP yesterday, the guy tried to say Pierre Trudeau didn't bring in multiculturalism in the 70s. I finally had to tell him, guys, and turbans showed up in 1974. Accounting sheet, good ending, everything leading up to it was a mess. The torture scene, I'm going to give you that one. That was, again, I would have been much better with it if she'd actually been captured, been tortured, then he rescues her or something. And then it would have just been perfect to me. I don't, yeah, anyway. Yakety sax. Out of Sight, written by Jason Pierce. 2006. I guess I'm going to have to look that up, John, because I don't know that movie or TV series. There we go. Virtual Studios. Not to be confused with V for Vendetta. All right. In spite of its flaws, still one of my favorite films. I still love the idea of rebelling against tyranny. Um, Not exactly a rebel at heart, but I am at heart a rebel against tyranny. A just and righteous government. No, I have no desire to rebel against such, but the tyranny, a group of liars and thugs, I have every desire to rebel against them. Kevin, the Theme Park Adventure is doing good. All right. So there we have it. V for Vendetta. PvP is saying the difference was the East Indians then assimilated, worked hard, and built small businesses. They became good citizens as they knew they were in a better place. Yeah, that's just it. I remember a time when you had immigrants and you had racism. You had racism on all sides, but you also had people who wanted to be a part of America, wanted to assimilate. They might not have wanted to give up all of their culture, and that's understandable, but they wanted to be Americans. And now they want us to bow to them. They want to bring their culture, their ways, all of it, without compromise, without change, without in any way accepting the values of the West. And I think that's a formula for the destruction of a country, just the same as it would be if it were the other way about. I mean, am I not wrong if millions of United States citizens go to another country and say, screw you, we're not going to assimilate, we're just going to take what we want? Would that not be considered an invasion? John Hurt as the War Doctor from Doctor Who. I guess just have not watched enough Doctor Who because I don't know that part. I've watched and loved a few episodes of Doctor Who, but I'm not aware of that. I need to watch more Doctor Who. All right. So tomorrow I'm going to be doing a watch party of Moonlight, 6:30 p.m. Saturday, I intend to do another one of my Constitution series. Because Friday I'm working. PvP, let me know if you want to do Dark Shadows after work on Friday, and I will try to dig through. I'll take some time between now and then to try to dig out some episodes. And maybe I should add Moonlight, Moonlighting. Uh, and I would like to do, I don't know, I would like to do something else. Let me know what you guys would like me to do, maybe Saturday night before or after uh, Last Call with Troy, or whatever other streams are going on. Gorilla's is probably doing, he's doing, he's probably doing something. But if he's not, y'all just let me know. And it's exactly right, PvP. I'm just taking it a day at a time. That's all I know to do. Unlike V, I'm not very quick with a knife. Well, not as quick as him anyway. I'm don't have the resources that he evidently has, because he evidently has money in abundance to provide for all of those weapons and bombs and masks and things. Walton's on Gorillas Friday. Gotcha. Okay, so probably Friday is not a good day to do Dark Shadows. And his computer's been good and bad. It's kind of flip flopping for the last few days. Got it. All right. I'm going to leave Cosme now. Well, I'm going to wait for John to say what he's going to say. Oh, and PvP had said that early Doctor Who is good, but the recent years have been crap. All righty. Say it, John. Say it. What are you going to say? Or PvP or whoever's going to say something. Don't mean to be getting on to you. Oh, and tall and tan and lovely, the girl from Ipanema goes walking. All right, good night, John. And PvP is typing something. What is he about to type? Type. All right. I am going to leave Cosme if you wish to type in YouTube. Oh, nope, he got it out. Latest Doctor pushing a flaming gay agenda, not for kids anymore. So I have heard. I have not watched it, so if I'm being totally fair, I really don't have a legitimate opinion. I know from what I've heard, doesn't sound like anything I would enjoy. All right, I'm going to say a good night and thank everybody who's been here. If I'm smart enough, I'll play the soft prone music. Play the girl from Ipanema as my ending music. I want to start by thanking John Ponterera very much for his $4.99 super sticker. Very generous, very kind. Thank you so much, and it is much appreciated. While I'm getting by, while I'm actually really doing okay. Any generosity is appreciated because it would be fantastic if I could do this for a living, but I need to get much more consistent and much more talented. I know that, or much more knowledgeable about what I'm doing. But I absolutely appreciate it. Thank you so much. Ahoy to another generous person who has often given to Accounting Sheep. I hope you are doing well. And I appreciate your thoughts on this movie. I also appreciate your channel. If y'all want some really wonderful poetry, sometimes, not often enough probably, but every now and then when I'm going to sleep, I'll just listen to Horatius. I don't do it very often because it doesn't put me to sleep. It makes me want to jump up and like fight McCready and Sutler. Gorilla's Random Thoughts, obviously another wonderful, great creator here. Kapla, glory to you in your house. Thank you for all the streams that you do. Thank you for the designing of my intro music. And hopefully we are on another panel again soon. DJ Play Nice, always a kind commenter. Fox Rocks. And who else? We have the lovely creator here, Connie Cleary. She's got the channel with her birds. She's got the Fluff Chip Productions with all of her crafts. I may have that mixed up. Anyway, and she also does those streams with Dino. Movie nights, you typically Wednesday and Thursday. Wednesday and Fridays. She had a great stream tonight. It was so funny. The 60s comedy movie series of what the heck is it called? Crap. I'm wanting to call it Pickup, but that's not it. Anyway, it was very funny stuff. I dropped my pen. I'm losing a little bit of weight, but it's still a little difficult to bend over with this gut. I'm losing it slowly. PvP, it was good to be on panels with you. I always enjoy our time with Dark Shadows. Like I said, I'm going to try and sneak some time to pick 4 episodes. I'm going to say Saturday, sometime Saturday night. Y'all let me know what's the best time for you. Railway Nation Gaming Clips. I know he's been introducing me to some of the cartoons of his youth, and Sunday he has been playing on Discord Gravity Falls, which has been very fun. Agent Charlotte Nightstar, she produces all kinds of stuff, so I'm not even going to go through it all because there's just so much. Please go to her channel and take a watch of whatever it is that you will enjoy there. Tim, hail to thee. Tim and Kevin, Theme Park Adventures, who also does some creating. Okay. All right. Later, Counting Sheep. John Ponerero. Knew who was great till Peter Capaldi, which I'll be honest, I liked quite a few of Peter Capaldi's episodes, though I didn't watch all of them. I just know that I enjoyed the ones that I did watch. But I noticed that my friends who share it with me did not share every episode. So there it is. PvP, weird thing is, some reaction channels get thousands of subs. Still, they're probably not monetized. Yeah, I won't talk about it at the end of the stream, but monetization is great. Do not get me wrong, and it is worth fighting for. But there are still some frustrating aspects to it, like everything in life. Saturday is probably best for Dark Shadows. So yeah, keep in touch with me. Let me know what the best time for you is. I either want to do it before Last Call or whatever Stream Gorillas has got, or after the whatever Film with Friends that is had on either Weird Al, Big Al's channel, or Netter's Network. Eccleston was the best Doctor of the Who reboot. All right. I don't even know if I can remember my old spiel, but I guess I'll start saying it again, at least in some of the more appropriate times like this. It has been said that life is pain. Anyone telling you otherwise is trying to sell you something. And it's true. I am trying to sell you something. I'm trying to sell you on the idea that liberty is better than tyranny, freedom is better than slavery, and that you do not require big governments or big corporations to tell you how to live your life. You are, in fact, smart enough, wise enough, and virtuous enough to run your own life yourself. And Sashi Bane just got here. Welcome, welcome. We are finishing up, but I want you to know, Sashi, you're wise enough to run your own life. And also, I would like to tell you, Spoon! Everybody have a great evening. Sashi's government does everything for him. Wonderful. If it is at all possible, stay free.